Hi, my name is Tyvis Powell, former Ohio State Buckeye and national champion DB. Welcome to the Buckeye Cast. These guys was born and bred in the Buckeye State, and they like to talk Buckeye football and drink bourbon. Subscribe to the show. Now pour up a drink and pull up a stool. Here's your host, Joe Warwick. Get him, Joe.
All right, thank you, Tyvis. We are back, baby. 2 weeks in a row. Look at that. And it's still summertime, technically. So, appreciate everybody joining us. Oh, I got to go live here on the Instagram. And we are live on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all the good stuff. So, please share with a friend. We'd appreciate that. Like, subscribe. Hey, if you're listening on podcast on Monday, when I release it, please leave a 5-star review on the podcast platform you're listening, whatever it may be, Spotify, Apple, whatever. But Big Ten Media Days were last week. Got a little bit of some interesting coaches popping off. We have a Michigan player popping off. Got some interesting talk about Kenyatta Jackson Jr. Everybody was pumping his tires that was there for Ohio State, so I thought that was interesting. What else? So we're going to talk about our final 12 for the CFP playoffs. That's the main gist of the show. And we'll see what happens. So, question for the chat right off the bat. Other questions throughout the night, but first question for the chat is, are you in favor? This is a yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down. Very simple answer we're looking for. Are you okay with a Big Ten play-in weekend game? Well, 2 games, actually. So the weekend of championship weekend, where everybody plays their conference championship games, the top 2 teams. This would be 2 additional games with the next 4 teams in the conference. So 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5 to get into the playoffs. Go ahead. What? If you want. Yep. Well, yeah, that's not accurate, actually. That's not accurate, Jeff. See, from Indiana is in favor of it. Yeah. No? Yeah, I mean, you're talking 8. You're talking about some 8-4 teams in there. I'm not a fan of that either. That's even worse. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So this was proposed by Petitti last week, uh, along with he's in favor of what the 4-4. I don't know the one that gives you 4 automatic bids per conference for the Big Ten SEC teams. So well, yeah, they seem to get carte blanche with any of these plans, right? I mean, they're easily getting in. So yeah, we'll get into a little bit of what Petitti had to say. My main concern was about the playoffs. What? Yeah. Well, he's a TV executive formerly, so this is what you get. You know, we're well. This guy never talks. He had to. I think he just had to because it was Big Ten Media Days. Um, so yeah, we'll get into that. So, news on the personal front: the dating game is going swimmingly. I know everybody wants the updates. Um, may or may not have met the amazing chick this week. We went out Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What's today? Sunday and Saturday. If you guys are going to make noise, please mute yourself. Help me. Help me help you. So anyway, um, yeah, no details. I will say former soccer player at Michigan State. Yeah, 39 years old. Yes, amazing smile, blue eyes. No, 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 I don't think so. We'll find out someday. But anyway, so yeah, killing it this week, clearly, and on to next week. We'll see how it goes. Back to the show. I forgot to give my personal update because people love hearing about my dating life. My guy Johnny C was emailing me the other day, talking about getting on the merry-go-round or something. All right. Anyway, so all right, let's finish up here on Petitti, and then we'll talk Buckeyes. Petitti said wants the 4 automatic bids in the new 16-team format coming up in 2020, starting in 26. So this year is still going to be the 12-team format, but at least it will be straight seeding. There's not going to be this conference champ bullshit where the Big 12 champ gets a fucking bye in the first round, right? Uh, so, what else? Yeah, he's really just trying to create um, more money. And how do you do that? You get more money from TV partners and the networks by creating more games for them to put on their networks. So, um, this mini playoff seems like a reach, like a really stupid reach to me. Um, I don't care about the 14 auto bids. I mean, I don't want any auto bid, but the Big Ten and SEC are going to get 4 teams in a 16 team playoff, right? I mean, you guys disagree with that? Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. The other issue I forgot to mention with the play-in games is we could end up playing the cheaters in back-to-back weekends. You know. Yep. So that's still out there. That they're not doing anything about these rematches, like with Oregon. That was anybody could have predicted that. You show me 2 better teams in the Big Ten, maybe Penn State. I don't know. No, not really. Yeah. So how do you guys feel, though, about the Big 12 and the ACC kind of being pushed out of the playoffs? Does it matter? Right. So, okay. Just wanted to run that, buddy, and get some opinions.
Um, do people start getting juiced for big money? This is big money. I mean, do you start, hey, calling in favors and trying to juice the system to get your team in there? Where if it's basically all, hey, four from here, that is what it is, and there's not going to be any extra bullshit with us deciding who gets that last spot because, and if they're not getting bought off, then they're going to, if it's between Ohio State and Tulane, Ohio State's getting in. They want that money. They want the eyeballs. So, I mean, that's the argument for having it all predetermined
Yeah.
beforehand. Is you're getting rid of the human aspect of deciding those last teams.
Right. Yeah. So,
Was that lightning by someone?
that's thunder.
Not here.
That was loud.
Yep. Anywho, we're getting some rain.
Yeah, the
And
clouds today. It was heat index was 115. The cloud was the only thing I had. It was nasty out there today.
Yeah. Let's talk about. Okay. James Franklin went in on the SEC also. He's kind of a dickhead and stupid, but his head looks like a malted milk ball. But he was banging on the SEC a bit because he was saying the difference in conference games, them playing 8 is actually smarter. He kind of ripped the Big Ten, saying that them playing 9 was stupid, which okay.
He also chose not to play us.
But isn't it though? If the other conference isn't going to do it, isn't he right?
Right. Yeah. I mean,
No.
but it's about standardized scheduling across the board for all conferences, which I don't know if you'll ever get. I think the SEC is getting serious pressure right now from ESPN to get to a 9-game conference schedule. Number one, because ESPN, holds their contract, and they want better games. They don't want BS teams, in week.
The only thing is once they do that, will you see an Ohio State, Texas, Oklahoma, Michigan? They're like, well, we're playing an extra game now. Now we're not going to schedule these games anymore.
Maybe the Buckeyes
probably
still have They have Georgia and Alabama coming up in their future schedules, and they have not been taken off yet. One. I
Yeah,
think
but
Georgia comes up next, and then Alabama the following years. So they're still on the schedule for now. Now that could change,
I,
but I think people are still into the big non-conference.
I I don't know. I think if I think you should play with the size of our conferences now. I think you should play 10 conference games, two warm ups. I mean, really, if you don't want to play if you don't want to play like a big attractions game, cross conference, that's fine. But why not play 10? Because it doesn't matter if you a three-loss champion, a three-loss conference champ will still playoffs. So I mean, why not just play all of every stud team in your conference every year? Yeah, the SEC won't do that. I mean, they won't even playing those FCS schools. I get it; it's the money that those schools need to play somebody to make the money. But I don't know. I
Why does it have to be like the best programs in the country?
well,
Can't it be like a top 20 team they can get a check from?
right, exactly. They can, yes. How you decide? I don't know. You shouldn't be allowed to play. I don't think you should be allowed to play FCS teams, but they should be outlawed or just done with. But
That
you have
was discussed a while ago, yeah.
every conference has their own. It's like every state can make their own state laws. Every conference can make their own laws, and Sankey is going to only do what's beneficial to his entire conference, being in mind his big dogs. Petitti just wants money to the conference and doesn't give a fuck about us. We're Penn State
I think
scumbags of them.
Missouri's head coach, Eli Drinkowitz, actually advocated for a 9-game conference schedule a couple weeks ago at the SEC Media Days. So
He had a
it's
long
rare.
statement.
It's rare to hear those guys say that. So at least somebody is. But yeah, let's have apples to apples across the board. But that would require there being a governing body over the entire
Uh-huh.
sport that would make these rules. That's not happening, clearly, right?
Yeah, but we'll see if, like you said, we'll see if ESPN finally does win out and kind of forces SEC's hand.
I think that's
I
the only
think
way you can. I mean, you threaten them, in the ESPN SEC contract. ESPN has the power, right? I mean,
you
the
know,
SEC's not going elsewhere.
no, they just like us having to play all these goddamn noon games for big noon on Fox. When you
Same.
sign up to take all that money, these TV stations they dictate they run the show now. They help decide everything because they're giving you fucking $1 billion. So, and I think Sankey's probably just negotiating with Sankey. He's just like, how much more can I get for the extra game? It's got to be worth it because some of my coaches don't want it because maybe if the SEC doesn't have a team or loses the national championship next year, that's 3 years in a row after a decade of dominance. They start not being, say if the Big Ten wins it again next year, either it's us or Penn State or Oregon, whoever. That's 3 years in a row. SEC doesn't make it, especially if they don't even make the title game again. Then it's pressure on them. Like, hey boys, you're not who you thought you were. You're not who you used to be. You need to play fucking 9 games. They're still holding on to that. It's just better down here. Their bottom's as shitty as our bottom.
It's going to change. It's the middle, so it's like the middle group that really is where you could debate whose is better, and I would say the Big Ten's middle. Take away the top 4 and the bottom 4 of both conferences. The middle is where you really need to do the comparison, I think. But anyway, we don't need to go on that all night long. Let's talk about Kenyatta. Sonny Styles talked about Kenyatta. He said Kenyatta Jackson Jr. is a first-round draft pick in the future. Praised his leadership and maturity. Sonny said he's going to have a huge year. He holds everyone accountable, including me. He has all the tools, exactly what he's supposed to. Sonny also said that with JT Tuimoloau and Jack Sawyer gone, it's time for him and Caden Curry to step up in that room. Sean, you got thoughts on Sonny's comments?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised at all. We've all been expecting Kenyatta to be the next one. Physically, he's an absolute freak. Um, but just been, kind of hamstrung with dudes in front of him. I expect he's probably going to be a one and done uh, here. I think he's got 2 years of eligibility, but yeah, I think he's going to go off and be that next guy. I kind of see him probably a lot like JT.
Okay.
Hopefully, a little more consistent.
Yeah, technically he is a redshirt junior, so fourth year in the program, but he still has that redshirt. So I think he has one more year if he wanted to come back. Caden Curry
But
does not.
right, but yeah, I don't think he will. I mean, who knows now with NIL and the amount of money? I guess it all
Yeah,
depends. But
maybe he has a good year, not great, and
well, I
he
mean,
he, he
Jack
could
and
stay.
JT were going to get drafted the year before they did, but I think they got decent payouts to say, okay, I'll stick around here, one more chance to do this, and
Hmm. Yeah,
it worked out for them.
Caleb Downs talked about, and he said Kenyatta is one of a handful of elite players who've taken huge strides this offseason. Downs said he stepped up into a leadership role, pushed himself this summer, and he's excited. Jeremiah was there at media days as well, and he said he's known Kenyatta Jackson school, and he agreed with the first round talk from Sonny. He said Jeremiah said Kenyatta Ben had it knows his time. Y'all are going to see a monster that I saw in high school. So how's that?
Yeah, not surprised, but then I'm also sometimes when they're juicing something that hard, it's like I almost feel like it's a motivational factor. Like we need him to get there, and it, it,
It's
it's either
a talking
he is
point.
that guy, or he needs just a little bit more.
It seems
And
like
they're
it's a
trying to juice
talking
him.
point they were given, right? To
Yeah,
me, it does. But they are being asked direct questions about Kenyatta Jackson in some cases. Like Ryan Day said, he was asked who bring to media days beyond the three guys, Caleb, Sonny, and Jeremiah. Ryan Day said Kenyatta Jackson Jr., highlighting him as an emerging leader on defense. So, yeah. Jeff, how do you feel? You excited to see what
I,
comes out of Kenyatta this year?
yes, finally, because I was excited about him when we signed him. I was like, now we had that. I pictured that long, nasty ass, like SEC style edge rusher. Um, not an off ball linebacker. Just down getting next to the quarterback. This should be his year. Hopefully, health. There's been no reports of anything about injuries. Hopefully this is the year that he puts it all together and it becomes that dominant dude that defense or offenses have to start worrying about. Yeah, I'm hoping for it. I'm expecting it.
Yeah. So it's good to hear everybody got him. So hopefully it actually it comes to fruition where he does step into the spotlight as the lead dog, on the D line, and he was a former top 60 recruit. He played in all 16 games last year. He just had a 1.5 sacks, but I think his impact. You might see a spike this year. I mean, I think his chart is on the rise. So, and having that locker room credibility, I think means something from
well, I
your
was almost a
teammates.
little bummed last year when Jack and JT came back. I mean, I wasn't, but I was because I've been so ready to see Kenyatta Jackson and Caden Curry go off. So I don't love Jack and JT, but I'm excited to see both these guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got a question for the chat on that note. Does Kenyatta Jackson Jr. live up to the hype and become the next first round draft pick from Ohio State as an edge rusher? Yes or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know how you feel. Yeah, that's about it from Big Ten Media Days. I mean, who was that douchebag that from the Cheaters that was talking shit? Defensive lineman Derek Moore. I don't even know this guy. Anybody heard of this guy before? Does he play?
No, I have no idea who he is. Never heard of him.
All right. Yeah, he says it wasn't a real championship that the Buckeyes won last year because y'all ain't beat us, to quote him. So
No one outside like a 40-minute radius of Ann Arbor or an alumni thinks that.
right.
I mean, absolutely no one.
Yeah, I think we had. I mean, yes, we inexplicably we lost to them assholes, but we beat a lot of good teams, man. You know,
Right.
we definitely earned what the fuck we earned. You know, at the end. Uh, yeah, Texas in the South, Oregon out west, Notre Dame championship, Tennessee at home. Man, fuck you. We gotta fucking beat these guys this year so I can finally. We don't have any because we can't go back. We can't snap back at them. They got scoreboard on us. We got to take that fucking scoreboard back. Destroy
The last
people's
four anyway. Yeah.
fucking 4 in a row is embarrassing as fuck.
It is pretty astounding that actually happened. So, all right. What else? So let's get into. I guess we'll talk about our CFP top 12. How do you want to do this? I have charts and polls, and I have power rankings where they simulate the season 10,000 times.
I'm interested to hear that.
And what else here? We got the S&P Plus rankings. We got strength of schedule rankings. How do you guys want to do this? Do you want to let me know how you want to proceed? Do you want to do the full bracket, like with seeding and everything?
I say we just we predict. Let's predict the conference championships, the conference champs, in the four majors, and then
Well,
we'll throw in
hold on.
our at
The
large and
conference champs don't all get a bye.
yeah. I don't want to. I wasn't gonna try to guess the bracket, like who's the 12 seed, who's the 10.
Yeah, I would
No,
say just not the bracket,
too early
just
for
getting
that.
in.
Okay, just 1 through 12.
Yeah.
All right. Righty then. Let's see. I need some odds here. Let's start.
Conference
The
champs. I'm
bottom.
in.
You want to start at the bottom?
By bottom, do you mean Big 12?
Oh yeah, the one Big 12 team. Sure.
Um, the Big 12 is the only conference. I have no idea who might win that conference. No thought or no feeling.
I think
Who's still in
90.
that's worth a shit?
Right. I think 90% of America doesn't even know who's in that
It's
conference.
like Colorado and Arizona State, right?
Boise State.
In UCF and Cincinnati and
Iowa State.
Just
Oklahoma
start throwing
State,
darts
Kansas
at
State.
Yeah.
Yeah. Texas Tech spent a lot of money this year.
Yeah. That's true.
Ooh, nice.
A lot of it was
I don't.
from
Yeah.
recruiting.
I mean, I guess yeah. Let's go. All right. Let's go. Let's go ACC, Joe. Let's go ACC conference champ. Who's predicted? Who's predicting who?
So I thought we were going to do 1 through 12.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's do 1 through 12. Gotcha.
Want to start at the top or the bottom?
You start. Go ahead. I'll follow anyway.
All right. Well, I'm going to start at the bottom. Let's go the worst teams. I got getting in.
Who? You just
Miami, the Canes,
okay?
not a conference champ. I think that's they're my worst team at 16.
Well, Joe, we got. We're doing 12 this year. There's only 12.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's only same as last year. Same as last year, but it's straight seeding, not 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 the conference champ buys. Right. So it's like the top 4 teams will get the buys.
Okay.
So you got Miami. Okay.
Yeah, I just think really Mario, he can recruit it. He can get the portal guys in there. Carson Beck is his quarterback. What's his elbow like? He had Tommy John surgery in the offseason. Also lost one of the hottest chicks on IG ever. So maybe he's a little down in the dumps. But he is in Miami. Can easily bounce back and get a rebound just by walking outside.
They're paying him a shitload of money too. Shitload of money.
Oh yeah. People Lambos, so maybe there's some pressure there. I'm just on the field stuff. I'm more concerned about his arm. Mario says he's ahead of schedule. Of course, that's what every coach would say. I don't know. I got to check their schedule real quick, and I should actually go through all these schedules while we're talking about these teams because I am very concerned about Miami's ACC schedule here. They got definitely Clemson. They're not going to win that conference, by the way. If somebody disagrees, please let me know. But
I don't know. That conference is anyone's. I mean, are you that excited about Miami or Clemson or anyone else? I mean,
clearly not. I have them as my last seed.
so I mean, I don't think any of them are impressive at all.
They start off in Notre Dame. That's a loss.
Agreed.
They play Florida at Florida State. Syracuse, that's potential for a beatdown. Pitt, maybe not. Vatek, probably not.
No.
SMU, I don't know.
Yep.
So I could easily see a 3-loss Miami team squeaking into the back end of that playoff if they happen to make it into their conference championship game. What do you guys think? Who's you want to?
Yeah, I got
12.
I haven't put them in order yet, but I have my 12. Yes.
Okay. Pick the worst one.
For worst one, I would say okay. So I'll put at the bottom. I'll put Florida sneaking in.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I think Lakeway makes a jump, and
They got a tough schedule, man.
Can't be as tough as last year's.
It's damn close.
well, I'm writing off a couple other SEC teams, but
They got, let's see. They got at LSU, at Miami. They got Texas, at Texas A&M, Georgia, at Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Florida State. Does that sound like a 500 schedule to you?
Actually, I should have double checked their schedule.
Maybe.
I'm going 7-5, but yeah, so it's okay. Not good. I might have to look at that. I might have to reevaluate that.
Yeah.
That's a tough schedule. I just thought that I'm kind of writing off some other. I'm expecting some other teams in the SEC to fall back a little ways. That's what I thought. Okay, Sean, what are you
writing this down,
looking
Joe?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
For number 12, huh?
That's right.
Okay.
I got Matt Rule in his third year. He's went off his last 2 jobs. His third year is when he's poured it on. Raiola's got talent. He does. And I haven't looked at their schedule. I think Nebraska is going to be the 4th Big Ten team.
Okay.
Let's
see.
manageable.
Vegas has them at plus 750. They are 2, 4, 6, 10, like the 33rd favorite team to make the playoffs. Still feeling good about that? Here's their schedule. Let's see. 3 non-cons that are easy. Then the Cheaters come to town.
I think they got that game. That's the game.
Without Sharon.
Will determine it.
Right. USC at UCLA at Penn State, and I see 4 losses right there at the end.
I don't know.
Hey, they can squeak it in.
They will. You
And
watch.
you never know. What if we get? What if like there's we get this everybody beating the hell out of everybody, and we have several 4-loss teams. No undefeated or something like that. So 8-4s are getting picked. You
Right.
never know.
Okay, I like it.
Nebraska.
Vegas has the win totals for Nebraska at 7.5, way juiced to the over, -145 over 7.5. So they're feeling good about that. So maybe Sean's on to something before everybody else.
Lock it in, folks. It's free money.
Yep. So let's see. Let's go number 11. I'm going a Big 12 team of your choice. Put them all in a hat.
You
Boise
got
State,
one
I
now
guess.
that I'm looking at it. I mean, I think there's one clear-cut leader in the Big 12, Utah.
Okay.
They got a new quarterback. I didn't know who the dude that's like 30. He's gone finally.
But they're like returning most of their team. They're like one of the highest productions returning in the country. I think Utah probably dog walks that conference.
They should.
ASU would like to have something to say about that.
But they won't.
Texas Tech would like to have something to say about that. So, Utah has the over/under win total, according to Vegas, at 7.5, but it's heavily juiced to the over 7.5 at -180. You got some teams like Texas Tech at 8.5 wins. K-State.
Texas
8.5.
Tech was spending all that money, and they got that stud tackle, right?
Mostly in recruiting though, like freshmen.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Have they been spending any money bringing other dudes in?
I'm sure they spent some in
Yes.
the portal, but nothing. I don't know. I haven't seen anything fantastic from them.
Yeah, Texas Tech might be another year from seeing what kind of noise they can make.
It's kind of wide open now in that Big 12, though. If a team steps up and does a good job with that NIL, you could see a team take over that conference for a few years. I know Deion's going to try.
He's starting to get back into recruiting. He's got a top quarterback freshman. They're down though. Sean, I had Utah written down as well, and I would put them as my number 11.
Oh shit, my bad. Boise State's an at-large.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
West. So
We still have one at large. They have to have one at large.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, one at-large. Yeah. I got one at-large and then one Big 12 on my rankings.
So, and that large can be anybody from any conference.
Yep.
Do we still have non-power 4? Is that what you're saying, Joe?
Yep.
By when you say
Yeah.
you have to have a
has
non-power 4.
Right.
Yeah.
I know Boise State's still favored. I just I didn't have them on here, so I got to make one of them.
They don't have their boy anymore, Genty.
No, but they got a really easy schedule. Obviously, they're in the Mountain West. They do play at Dame. Maybe they put a little scare into the Irish at home. That would help their resume. Other than that, they don't really play anybody.
All right. Well, shit. Since I forgot about a non-power 4, I don't know. Boise State's replacing Florida at my 12th seed.
All right.
Okay.
Sean, who you got?
We'll just. They're supposed to win the MAC. Let's go with the Rockets. We'll go with the hometown Rockets.
What?
Rockets.
Toledo. Hell yeah.
They're
Nice.
picked to win
Toledo.
the MAC. Watch them go
Hell yeah.
undefeated. They go undefeated, they're in.
Okay.
I like
so
it.
That's your at-large team, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
Is their stadium still called the Glass Bowl?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Glass houses.
It's on you, Joe. Who's your 11?
Yeah, I'm going. Where's my thing here? Arizona State. I think this is where the Big 12 champ comes into play. So that's number 10.
Who's your 11 then? I had you at Miami at 12.
Boise
Arizona
State.
Boise State. Gotcha.
Yeah. We both had Boise State in round 11. I'm going Arizona State. I think, again, soft conference. A lot to take advantage of. They got a returning back that's decent. Let's check the schedule real quick. But, yeah, this is a cupcake schedule. Utah is going to be a tough one. But there's nobody else on here that concerns you. Colorado, Arizona, West Virginia, Baylor. They could easily win out and go 12-0. You know. Who you got, Jeff?
Number 10, I have SMU. Ponies, 2 years in a row, playoff bound.
All right. Very nice.
What conference are they in?
ACC.
Yeah.
Some combination of Clemson, SMU, and Miami. 2 of those 3 are going to be in my opinion. I'm not sure which 2, but I think ACC gets 2 in this year.
Okay. I have the same, but not the same teams.
I'm going with Bama here. Bama gets back in the playoffs. Not going to have Bama out twice.
Barely in the playoffs, huh? At 10?
Yep.
Okay.
I had 2 thoughts on Bama. One of them was the 10 seed. But they're loaded, talent-wise. They got a shitload.
All right.
They say.
Yeah. That's probably a good place for them, actually, right around the 10 spot. I'm going to go... Shit. I was kind of between LSU and Bama. I used my draw 4 and my reverse. Can I use my skip? Can I use my skip card here?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go LSU. LSU at 9. They finally get into the playoffs but do no damage. Let's look at that schedule right quick. Yeah, the schedule at Clemson week 1. That's probably going to be reality check. But Florida, at Ole Miss, A&M, at Bama, at Oklahoma. Oklahoma doesn't really concern me, but they could still lose 2 or 3 games there. What do you got, Jeff?
My 9, I guess I'll go. I'm going to go Oregon. I picture maybe a 10-2 Oregon team.
Wow.
But those are going to be 2 teams ranked above them.
Dinty Moore.
I have no idea. I have no opinion on that kid because I have no idea what he'll look like, and I don't think Oregon does either.
Right.
A lot of questions
Sean?
with the next teams.
Yeah, Sean, who you got at the Niner?
At number 9, I got my next Big Ten team. Not Oregon, and not to tip my hand too early. Oregon's not on my list. Oregon's out.
Ooh.
I'm not a believer in Dante, and I got the Illini showing up at 9.
Okay.
Bert, I'd like to see it. We got him. We got him this year. I'd like to see him good. I'd like to see him give us a game.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see how many Big Ten teams make this playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really have a great order. I'm kind of just throwing this together, so I'm going a little heavy.
I was looking at Oregon's schedule here because I was trying to figure out where to slot them too. They have an easy schedule till like 5 at Penn State. That's probably a loss. But everything else is coming up roses for them. Even at Washington, home against USC, Maybe they
I
run
feel I
buckeyes.
feel Dante's going to lose a couple games for them. I think he's a freak, but I think he's going to make some bad throws. I just think he does.
This is an easy schedule though, for the most part. Where are they ranked here? Let me see. Strength of schedule, they're 28th in the country according to PFF. Um,
That's
S&P
solid.
Plus, yeah, S&P Plus has them at 32. Okay, not as strong as our schedule, but you know. All right, so let's go to number 8. I'm up. I'm gonna. Yeah, shit. I'm gonna go Bama here. I think they do make the playoffs. I don't think they have as horrible a year as people think. Uh, Double checking their schedule here quickly. They have at Florida State to start, then at Georgia, Tennessee, at South Carolina, at Auburn. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think they have a rebound here. I think DeBoer gets his shit together. Clearly, they have the talent still, and they're still recruiting at a high clip. So, yeah, I'm going Alabama at 8. Go ahead, Jeff.
Let's see. On my 8, Notre Dame.
Hmm. Wow. Why?
Uh, they're good, but I don't know what their quarterback is. They don't know who they have that
CJ Carr,
guy.
right?
But expecting him, but he's young, and we don't know. I mean, he wasn't like busting out for playing time last year. You know what I mean? Like pushing. Um, so just new quarterback, a lot of talent, but they could lose that
I
game against
always take
Miami.
them higher just because they really only have a chance to lose like one game a fucking year.
And they usually
That's
do.
right, and that's still going to
To
put them higher than that. One loss Notre higher.
I'm
They got an
predicting.
easy schedule here. Sean, what's the scouting report on CJ Carr up there?
I don't really have one. Who's?
Didn't he go to school around your
Oh,
neighborhood?
he's going to be the starting quarterback,
Yeah, probably.
the grandson of their old coach Carr.
Yeah.
They didn't get one in the
What's he
portal.
up to, by the way?
I don't know. He was over on the west side, kind of. I didn't really see him play. I know he was highly recruited. I think a 4-star count. You know,
How's Lil Lloyd?
I don't know how's Lloyd. I avoid Lloyd.
I hear his mental faculties weren't holding up very well. Yeah, I mean this Notre Dame schedule at Miami. That's a coin toss game probably. A&M, they'll probably smoke them. Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State, USC, doesn't do much. Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, Stanford. I see one loss, maybe two. If
Two
the
two tops, and if it is two, then I think Jeff will have nailed it.
yeah.
Um, if
All
they
right,
get the 2 losses,
what do you got next, Sean, for number 8?
I'll go with the Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay, got it. All right, I haven't even looked at their schedule. How are those guys setting up here?
Not as bad
I
as
don't
last
know.
year.
Yeah. So Kirby won't be yelling at Sankey on the stage of the SEC
Oh,
championship game.
but I mean,
At Tennessee,
they've built such a machine. I mean,
yeah.
they've
Yeah.
got as good a talent as anybody in the country.
Tennessee, home against Bama, at Auburn, Ole Miss, Florida, Texas.
Damn,
Ooh,
that is not an easy schedule.
no. Let's see where they're at here, according to Vegas. By the way, I should mention Bama over under win total is 9.5, and it's juiced to the over.
Yeah. 10-2.
Georgia same, 9.5, juiced to the over at minus 165. So tread lightly there is my recommendation if you're betting on those teams. So yeah, they got an easy schedule, kind of, sort of. They should beat Ole Miss and Auburn and Kentucky and even Tennessee.
Ole Miss got them last year,
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it depends on their quarterback play.
Yeah, they got great filling in for Beck, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't look great against Notre Dame in the playoffs, but I mean, what do you
no.
expect? All right. So we're winding down. We're into number 7. Yeah, I think this is a good place for Notre Dame for me. I think they get it because of their schedule mostly, and they avoid some of those tougher ACC teams like Clemson and shit. So, yeah, I'm going Notre Dame, and I think they're going to be more. I mean, they got Jeremiah Love back at running back. Defense is going to be nasty. You know that they're going to be good. They still have most of their DBs, right? I think that Gray, Christian Gray, is that his name? Out there at corner, and so they got Kingston Viliamuasa at linebacker. So I think that defense is going to be good and keep them in games, and they're going to try and run the ball. Shocker. Trust the ball. So I'm going Notre Dame there. Jeff, what do you got?
Bama. I mean,
Yeah.
we got them. I got them flip flop from you, Joe.
Yeah, no way Bama's missing the 12-team playoff twice, right?
No.
And then, after you give number 7, Joe, should we go ahead and give our conference champions because they're going to start explode?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we'll go then start 1 through 4 because those are the conference champion spots.
Well, it's straight seeding though. You got to keep that in mind. It's straight seeding.
I thought it was. Okay. I thought it was the 4 conference champions and then straight seeding.
No, they learned their
perfect.
lesson
Okay, cool.
Year. Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Okay.
Right.
Fuck it. Then was.
All right. Well, my number 7, I got your beloved Ohio State Buckeyes.
Same as last year, huh? I think we were 7 last year, 7 or 8. We were 8. We 8.
That high, huh?
What? Yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, where else a reasonable person
Sean's
put
finally
them?
recognizing real. What's that?
Like, where else could a reasonable person put them?
Oh, I feel I'm pretty reasonable, and I don't have them at 7.
Well, we're down to 6, so go ahead, Joe.
Yeah. It's getting hard. That's what she said.
You wish.
I got to get Penn State in here.
Who's winning? Who's winning the Big Ten, boys? Penn State it is.
Yeah. They're gonna Franklin it up. That's what they do. The schedule isn't a fucking cupcake either. I mean, they come to Columbus late in the season. Wrong team.
Oregon, right?
Oregon. They got Oregon at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got Oregon at home, so I think Penn State wins that. At Iowa does not worry me anymore. At Ohio State is definitely a loss. They go back to back on those. Let's see. Yeah, those are back to back week. No, they got a bye in between. My bad.
They get a bye for us.
So who's your
Indiana.
6?
6. Joe
Penn
got
State.
Penn State.
Not conference champ.
I'll go ahead with 6. I also have Penn State at 6.
Okay.
And I have mine already written down. I have my 12 already written out. So I've been what I've written.
Okay.
We're at 6. I got to get the Utes in here. Big 12 champ. I got the Utes. At number 6.
Did not expect that. Gotta tell you. Didn't you have another Big 12 team already?
Mm-mm. Nope.
No. Oh, you had a
He had Toledo.
Large. Toledo at large. I was thinking Nebraska too. Years ago. All right. So we're circling back. Number 5. This is where it gets a little freaky. I think I got to get Georgia in there at number 5. No. It's too soon. Too soon.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Did actually.
Ooh, easy.
Straight seeding model, not conference champs. I'll go Oregon.
The 5 seed.
Yeah, I think the Ducks will surprise some people with a strong running game. They brought in that big ass monster left tackle from UNLV, Worlds. What's his name? Isaiah Worlds or something like that. 6'8". So I think their O-line is going to be in good shape. And then, I'm sure they'll have running backs. They always have running backs. I don't believe in Dinty Moore, but they do have good receivers. They got Decorian Moore, actually. True freshman receiver that we're in on. And a few others. So, yeah, I'm going Oregon. Number 5.
Okay. Me, number 5, the LSU Bayou Bengals.
Okay.
Expecting a big season from LSU until the playoffs start.
Oh, yeah,
I could picture LSU with 2 losses being ahead of Penn State with 1 loss because of who LSU beats, because of who they end up beating.
Okay.
I'm going to stay with you on the LSU. Number 5.
Strength of schedule, LSU's number 9.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Okay. LSU finally getting some respect on this show. The Fighting Brian Kellys. All right.
Top 4.
Shit gets real. Top 4. All right. It's a matter of where do you put Texas, Ohio State, Clemson, and Georgia for me.
Not for me so much.
I'm going Clemson 4. They win
I
the
got-
ACC,
oh.
and they're a big time favorite to win the title. So not according to me.
Go ahead, Jeff.
My number 4 is our beloved Buckeyes conference team.
Okay.
Big
This
Ten
is
champs
where-
finally. We get back and win the Big Ten again finally.
This is where I'm slotting the Fighting Irish. Number 4, 11-1. No conference championship. Attrition. And they'll get in over a 2-loss team that's better than them.
Wow. Interesting there. Notre Dame gets a bye
Yep.
without playing in a conference championship game.
Yep.
It had to happen eventually, right?
Last year's rules wouldn't have allowed it.
Right. No, it didn't.
That's why Notre Dame had to have them changed.
Okay. Well, I'm going. I'm going to slide the Buckeyes into my 3-hole. And going to have 2 losses probably, but they're going to be playing their best ball at the end of the year. And even if they'll probably. I got them winning the Big Ten championship and beating Michigan, so ending the season on a high note where you get some extra favor with that CFP committee, maybe we spank the shit out of cheaters, or we spank the shit out of whoever we play in the Big Ten championship game. Penn State, Oregon, whatever. Go ahead, Joe.
My number 3, Clemson Tigers, ACC champions.
All right.
I'm with Jeff, 100% right there. Yep. Clemson in the 3-hole.
81% of their last production returning. And the quarterback, who's one of the better probably five best quarterbacks in the country. Most people would say. Returner, a lot of defense, everything. So,
All right. So you guys are back to back. All right. I'm going Georgia, number 2. You can't keep them the top 5, in my opinion. Even looking at their schedule, it's not that rough.
same here. I had Georgia too. Georgia's my 2 seed.
Chalk
I
to
got,
the FCS teams.
I got Penn State, my number 2.
Okay.
Conference champs, right?
Yep.
Conference champs, yep. Number 2 seed. And I don't know. Yeah, I think they're loaded. They got veteran quarterback. They've got an absolute stud run game, and they got a hell of a defense. They stole our D coordinator, which has seen Julian saying he's going to throw shit at Julian that makes him uncomfortable. And I'm worried about that game a lot. And I think Penn State is loaded this year. So they're going to be him.
I'm going Texas number 1. I think even though their schedule's pretty tough, obviously playing us right off the bat, but even if they do lose, which I expect in Columbus, they still have a cupcake schedule. They're going to smoke Florida at Florida. They're going to smoke Oklahoma, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt. Georgia might be the only other loss, if that. But that's it. I think just in us are the 2 tough games they have.
Joe, do you have Texas beat Georgia then the SEC championship, right?
Yeah, to get that 1 seed.
Okay.
Texas.
I got Texas too as SEC champions as my
Yep.
as my number 1 seed. The Texas, Georgia, Clemson, Ohio State. Same 4 as you, Joe. Just Clemson and Ohio State flipped.
I'm going to assume Sean has the same.
No, I got Penn and I got Clemson and Notre Dame in mind. Oh,
You got Texas as your 1 seed though.
Yeah, Texas.
Yeah. Okay.
Penn State, Clemson, Notre Dame.
Right. Okay.
So me and Joe, from deducting this, me and Joe both picked Ohio State to beat Penn State. You're figuring Penn State's going to beat us.
And I'm picking Texas is going to beat us.
Yep.
I'm thinking we're going to be a 2-loss team. That's why we're going to get in around 7 or 8, wherever I put us.
Same as last year. We played. I think we were 8. Played Tennessee at 9. I think was our first game.
I'm with you, Joe. I think that's a first game and then middle of the season game with Penn State. I'm with you. I think we will have corrected things and be playing football at the end. Hey, I'll take that 7th seed again. No problem with that.
Campus game.
Yep.
The seeds now. I'm just picturing an 8-9 of Notre Dame, Oregon, or Joe's Bama versus LSU rematch. A 5-12 LSU versus Nebraska for Sean. Joe, you would have
I can't
Oregon,
wait to
Miami.
see the Rockets knock somebody off. Who'd that? 11 who? 11 plays 6? Would I have it 6?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there will not be a playoff game in the Glass Bowl.
Oh, can you imagine, Sean? Can you imagine Toledo playing going on to play would be what the winner of the 4 seed, I think. You have 11 versus 6. Utah, Toledo getting a chance to play Notre Dame or Clemson.
I mean,
that's crazy. It's like Penn State's road last year.
That's the path in.
Yeah. All right, folks. Let's get into the comments here and see what's going on. We can comment on these comments. We got Sage. Sage is back. Hello, Sage. Odysseus is back. Good to see you. Sage has a thumb down for, that would have been our first question of the night. Jeff, what was our quad? What was our question of the night? Our quan?
Oh, should there be play-in games?
Play-in games,
bullshit.
Yep. Right.
Yeah, the playoff
Thumbs
games.
down by Sage on the play-in weekend. Odysseus says, no way. Petitti is approaching Warren levels as commission. Well, hopefully we don't have to experience another COVID and
Oh, God.
flavor of stupid. Sage says, I say do away with the Big Ten championship game.
See, I've got a convert there. Sage is on track.
Yeah. Sage says, star player hurt against a team that didn't make it in any other way. No thanks. It's a good point. You're going to have injuries.
Remember Florida State?
For the playoffs.
The year Bama got in, Florida State was undefeated, but they lost their quarterback in the conference game, and everybody knew that when they saw the backups play against Louisville in the ACC championship, they said, no, there's no way we can put this team in there. They're going to get curb stomped.
Yep.
And they would have been right. So that's they're in, but I don't know.
It's going to happen. I mean, it's just a matter of, can you absorb the injury? Starting quarterback, probably not. See Georgia as well,
Money's getting involved. Players are going to unionize, and they're going to say bullshit to some of this. And, I know money talks, but there's going to be some collective bargaining, and there's going to be something to get out on these number of games.
And I don't think nothing changes until that day comes, Sean. And I hope it comes tomorrow. But I think, the reduction of games or the cutback in conference, whatever, playing games, none of that will be really decided, I don't think, until there is collectively bargained a union. And there should be. I've been saying it for 4 years now. Unionize. The only way they can control it is if they pay them and make it legit.
Scabs.
Quit picking at my scabs. Oh, Stephen Cherry's in. He says, hey, Joe, Jeff, Sean, go Bucks, fuck Michigan, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And he reposted the show on Twitter. Thank you, Stephen. Always appreciate more eyeballs on the show. Odysseus says yes. Odysseus says he's the clown that started the flag plant shit show. So that Michigan guy started that? Derek Moore? I didn't know that. I heard of the guy.
Last year?
Yeah.
He was the first guy?
He was the guy that Jack fucking bounced?
It figures it'd be a guy that didn't even play or, a depth chart guy, right? It's never a starter.
Right.
At least I did respect Sharon Moore coming out this week and talking about there will be no more flag planting. And they're going to
I agree. That's played out.
And with the tunnel as well at their stadium. They're going to wait for the other team to enter the tunnel and then enter.
Well, that's what they've said for years.
And they do it to everybody except us in Michigan State. They are completely separate. But then it so happens that nobody's not by the door, and they come out the door while going through.
That's on security. I mean, this should be a security team issue, not the players' issue. If you let the players and coaches be involved, it's going to be a fucking obviously. So if you have security trained up and tell them this is the rule, hold everybody back until the other team, the visiting team, gets into their locker room and closes the door, then you let the home team in. Seems pretty easy. I don't know.
Yeah, and make sure the team doesn't. Yeah, make sure the teams are doing it quickly.
There's been troubles going into it. There's been troubles coming out. Remember, they're trying to come out their door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
How about get a fucking modernized stadium?
Or
I mean,
you guys have a bunch of engineers at Ann Arbor. Can't you figure out a way to widen that fucking tunnel a little bit? I don't know.
Well, they are. It's on the ground. They're in a bowl.
Yeah. Full Blood Buckeye says how everybody enjoying this fake championship. Yeah, that's what that Derek Moore guy did.
It sucks, man. It sucks.
Odysseus says He had 0 sacks, 0 tackles in the game. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. He's a top stepper, right? Full Blood Buckeye says Michigan mad. Yes, they are. Billy says Kenyatta Jackson Jr. is going to have double-digit sacks. Okay, I like the prediction. I feel good about that. I like 10 sacks coming out of KJ. Full Blood Buckeye says, I've given up on arguing with Michigan fans over the national
Good idea.
championship. Michigan fans have taken delusional to a whole other level. Yeah, well, it's what a few years of Connor Stallions will do to you.
They have. I mean, that player said that, but I had a guy at Poker say like a week ago. And of course, I just called him out on it, and he just smiles and knows that they're just trying to get under your skin, but they know they got nothing to stand. So pathetic, kind of. Feel bad for them almost.
Oh, stop it, Sean. God damn it. What do you mean you feel bad for them?
They're hurting. They're not in a good spot, man. That program.
It's going to be interesting to see if you've seen some of these penalties that have come out from the NCAA on teams just doing little things like Memphis, you know.
Self-reporting, though, right?
They're dropping the hammer on these little shitty offenses, and I don't know. I'd be concerned if I were the cheaters. And by the way, that's going to come out right before the season starts. Right before, like the week of. That's going to be very interesting. Full Blood Buckeye says, when does Boise State get into the Pac-12? Is there a Pac-12? I was not aware.
They're rebuilding it slowly.
Yeah.
Get
Get the band back together. I don't know. Maybe Cal will rejoin. I mean, you kind of have to, right? Cal State.
Yeah. Cal and State would have to. Being in the ACC,
Yeah,
the Atlantic Coast.
Stupid.
I know Cal has no money anyways, right? Yeah.
I mean, both of them. They can afford private jets, but doesn't mean you have to.
Oh, God, I couldn't imagine. San Francisco to the whole coast.
Yeah, I mean, to the East Coast, Rutgers or whatever. Full Blood Buckeye says, hopefully Oklahoma beats Michigan. It's very possible. Very, very possible. Oh, Stephen Cherry, but his predictions for the season, guys. So
I see it. Hell yeah.
Big Ten champions, Ohio State. SEC champions, Ohio State. Wait, that doesn't make sense. No,
Georgia.
I was joking. Big 12, Arizona State. ACC, Miami. Okay, that's a curveball. National champions, Ohio State versus Miami. Buckeyes win 48-27. So Steven has already simulated the season entirely in his brain. I don't know why we didn't bother and play it.
I'll smoke what you're smoking, Steve.
Hell yeah. Joe, where's the title at this year? Where are we playing the national title?
I don't know.
It's in Miami, is it?
Could be.
I would love nothing more because all I hear from Miami fans here in Orlando is "fuck you." 03 was, 02 was that was luck eyes. That they say they're total luck. Say with the phantom call, we rigged it, whatever. I would love to beat them in Miami for the national title by a couple touchdowns, just a totally dog walk on a whole another program that we can shut up permanently.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they make it into the championship.
It would be nice beating up a whole new group of teams this year at the end. Run through 4 more. Yeah. Georgia, Bama, Clemson, and Miami.
Yeah, we need we owe Bama and Georgia.
Sure.
I'd love to go through at least one of them this year.
See, I'm with Steven, and I'm kind of rethinking my rankings for Penn State. He's saying that he's not buying Penn State hype. Aller is still the QB, and more importantly, Franklin is still the head coach. So, yeah, I don't know. Aller could suddenly be amazingly better, like does a 180 from last year. The guy was wildly inaccurate, all over the freaking yard. I guess I got Penn State at 6, but I don't feel great about that, honestly. They'll have a good running game with Singleton and Allen back, but
Their D's gonna be amazing.
yeah, it's always
and they
good. I don't know about amazing. They lost
all
dudes.
three. All three receivers all three starters this year will be new from the portal.
Right.
Wait, I don't know if they're any good or not.
Well, the one dude
But
played at Syracuse last year, the best one. What's his name? Trevor. So I don't know. I'm not seeing it.
they're getting a lot of love from nationally though, and which surprises me a lot because there should be no reason for them to get any love nationally. But everybody's and plus the Big Ten writers all picked they picked Penn State to win this year, win the championship this year. So
Yeah.
I like us at home against them for sure. Too bad it's going to be at noon.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a close one, though.
With all the noon games we got, though, does that give us an advantage in noon games?
How?
I mean, noon versus the night. What are you
Schedule
talking
you're
about?
on that day, just everything on how it plays out and works. Getting up earlier, whatever.
The players, yeah. Most of the players you hear talk when they I ask about former players or current. They ask about they like the play sooner. Get ready and don't have to sit around and stew on it. But I really do wish we had Texas at night. Like a 7:30, 8 o'clock kick versus noon. Mm-hmm. I think the horseshoe is different. I think it's a different atmosphere completely.
Yep.
But
so I think that Oregon game's going to be a whiteout though for Penn State.
It is. Yep, Penn State's getting them at night. Yep.
So that's a good thing.
Don't worry, Penn State. We'll take the noon game for you. We'll fucking bite the bullet. You get to have your big game at night.
Why is that? Why is State getting any night games if we can't?
Because Fox gets to pick.
Yeah, I get that, but Penn State pulls numbers somewhat, and that Oregon game's probably going to be one of the best games of that weekend. I don't know.
You would think that's going to be the prime time, but I mean, I don't know. There could be a Georgia, Alabama that week. Who knows?
So, a couple days ago, I did an episode of the Daily Blitz based on the PFF power rankings I kind of touched on earlier, where they simulate the season 10,000 times, and they spit out like strength of schedule for everybody, projected win totals, odds to win the conference, odds to make the playoff, odds to win the national championship. And they use kind of like a Vegas spread kind of as part of their components here to make this up. So the Buckeyes came out number 1 overall. Odds to win the national championship, 9.92. Led the country. Odds to make the playoffs, 62.7. I'd say that makes sense. And total 9.4 on the season. So the Canes are at 9.48. But other than that, nobody else is over 9.
Wow.
Take it for what it's worth. PFF is all numbers focused, obviously. There's no opinion. There's no polls like voting or anything like that. There's no human involvement really, other than the numbers. Push enter on the keyboard, nerd. So, according to the numbers, Buckeyes are best in the country. Oregon was number 2, which I thought was weird. Texas 3, Georgia 4, Notre Dame 5, Penn State 6, right where I had them. Bama 7, Ole Miss up there at 8, Canes at 9, Tennessee 10.
I
Skimming
want to. I
Clemson
want to say.
13.
I want to say 7 of those 10 are new quarterbacks this year. I think 7 of the at least 6. But like, how do the numbers figure how that guy's gonna show if he's never has no playing time?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Bama. You can't calculate that.
Yeah, exactly. Ty Simpson and Bama, Sayan or Kingholtz for us. Michigan. Michigan, you said wasn't in the top 10, are they? 12.
Which is high for opinion.
Sure. There's just so many. Quit Georgia, new quarterback.
I think, depending on what happens with Michigan and their improprieties, I think next year be the year that Michigan, I think, probably make a push for the playoff. But I think
if he's the real deal, is he going to start that? Is he going to start?
I think he is.
Are they doing an actual competition, or are they just?
I haven't heard, but I think he is.
Lack of options, honestly. Mikey Keene, they brought in as a transfer. That guy.
And I basically think they had to not only pay him, but basically sugarcoat it and say, "Hey, we're going to build an offense around you."
What does Jaden Davis do? Is he jump in the portal? Probably. If Underwood wins that starting job and it's all year,
December he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
But Jeff, back to your point about starting new starting quarterbacks, the top five teams according to PFF's power rankings, are all starting new quarterbacks. Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Georgia, Notre Dame, then Penn State, then skip to Bama at 7, Ole Miss 8, Canes at 9. I guess Carson Beck technically is not a new quarterback, just on a new team. But when you talk about returning quarterbacks, South Carolina's at 11, and they got a returning starting quarterback that everybody's in love with.
About Clemson?
Clemson 13.
What about no one's thinking the Fighting Belichick's are going to make it in?
Oh.
That could go one of two ways. Either it's
Cherry's got a prediction.
Where's Cherry?
I did, yeah.
There we go. Bill Belichick wins 8 games. Okay, I was going to say it either goes really bad or really good, but Steven's kind of above average there. I like it. It's just they're not here in these rankings. I'm scrolling. I'm in the 40s, and I'm still not seeing it.
We know all these teams. We see all these teams from year by year how they look. All of them having new quarterbacks. They're not all going to be great. They're not all going to be the answer at every program. You know what I mean? It could be us. It could be Georgia. It could be Bama. Anybody could have. Oh shit! We thought this guy would be a stud. He's not a stud anymore.
Well, agreed. And I don't even want to write anybody off after the Texas game. If it's saying he had a bad time, big game, or Keinholz, whoever.
Yeah, and I just mean man, we thought this guy like Kyle McCord. We just thought he would be we thought he'd be in line with the rest of the lineage. He wasn't, but he wasn't great. You know what I mean? He wasn't game changing. So you need that to win the title.
North Carolina's over/under win total is 7.5. Juice under heavily. -200 under.
Their best football player we took. We have their best player. I don't know anything about him.
That's right.
So, there's that. All right. Well, looks like the chat has quieted down, and I'm out of bourbon. So.
I need to refill myself.
Yeah. So a couple weeks off. Buckeyes start camp at the end of this week coming up. I think it's Thursday or Friday, something like that. Season, after camp opens, the season is less than a month away. So get geared up. We're going to come back in a couple weeks with 2 deeps, number 1, because I think those probably have changed a little bit. Not a lot, but
we'll be in the camp. It'll be a lot better, more clear, maybe.
Well, I don't know if we're going to get in from camp, but I think after spring, I think we probably have some different takes on how that 2D shook out. And yeah, so then we'll do our week of the game prep. That would be August 24th. Excuse me, where we get ready for Texas. So yeah, I think we should be back 17th and yeah, 17th and 24th.
Sounds good.
So we'll have to do offense and defense 2 deep in one night on the 17th.
We can just go right through it and just burn it. Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Over under win totals for the top 20, maybe preseason top 20 or top 15.
I can squeeze that in somewhere.
Maybe we can squeeze them in somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got nothing
All
else.
right.
Hope everybody's doing well and enjoy the rest of your summer. It's this month is going to go by quickly because you're going to start getting news from the NFL side plus all the rest of the national teams, and yeah, we'll see what happens. There'll be some headlines, that's for sure. So, Jeff, Sean, appreciate you.
Brother, you know that.
All right, and we will talk to you later. Go Bucks.